I am deciding just to have a very chill day here at the hotel. I have some video editing I want to do. I have some writing I want to do. I had a really good breakfast this morning. I recorded a video this morning. It's a video about how to get more comfortable with the idea of solo traveling and how to be comfortable being social while you're solo traveling, because I think it's such an important topic. I get asked about it a lot. Do I want to go back to Da Nang? I think I do, but look at this. Look at this. I could try to stay here another night, really. So far, as you saw, I got some lunch downstairs, which was the Khao Lao that I had today wasn't as good as yesterday. Like, to describe Khao Lao, it's kind of like a sort of savory sauce with these sort of really juicy noodles, and then there's this crispy kind of pork skin on top, and then greens. The Khao Lao I had yesterday, the crispy stuff inside was way more fresh, way crispier, and the sauce was just like more flavorful. Today it was good, but it wasn't like, but that brown coffee I had was amazing. I have spent a lot of time working on another chapter of my book, which I'm really, really happy with. I think I made really good progress, and I added a couple of scenes, and I definitely feel like I'm connecting to this act of the book a lot more, and every scene that I'm adding is really kind of reinforcing and shifting my two main characters in this section, so I'm just really, 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 really proud. And it's about 4 p.m. It's still bright out. I'm gonna go down to the pool soon because I definitely want to take a swim as the sun is setting. There's people hanging out by the pool, which is a vibe. This in this vlog maybe, but when I was at a bar yesterday and I asked the bartender about karaoke, she mentioned in 2022 near maybe Saigon, but like in a major city in Vietnam, there was a huge fucking fire at a karaoke place, and there were so many lack of health regulations that 32 people died.
It's supernatural, just like my last life. Light underwater, I'm bathing in time.
I mean, I've had fun nights.
Turning over.
little cover over it, and it's pretty cool. It's literally my last days. But Tokyo's gonna be interesting. Actually, I should hit up my friend's sister. I decided to come to another market just to kind of check it out. I don't really need anything, but why not check out a new place, especially one that doesn't really have any tourists before I leave. Ooh. Is that karaoke?
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. We are wise. We know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me if you need a friend. Call me.
Anh ơi mà
If you ever need a friend. Call me, call me, call me, call me, call me.
em mới thôi đó. Con bị
Just like we always talked about, you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs, crying as you were around. Probably with that blonde girl who always let me down. She's so much older than me. She's everything I'm insecure about. Today I drove through the suburbs. 'Cause how could I ever love someone? And I know you were perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay. Now I'm alone. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in the song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. And all my friends are tired of hearing how much I miss you, but I kinda feel sorry for them, 'cause they'll never know you the way that I do. Suburbs and pictured I was driving home to you. And I know you were perfect, but I never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay. I know. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in the song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Red lights, stop signs, I still see your face in the white cars. Front lights, can't drive past the places we used to go to. I still fucking love you, babe. Sidewalks we cross, I still hear your voice in the traffic. We're laughing over all the noise. God, I'm so blue. I'm with you, 'cause I still fucking love you, babe. I know you were perfect, but I never felt this way. No one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in the song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
เอาเด็กครับผมไม่
Okay, so the date is Friday, December 8th. It is 7 a.m. I'm currently booking to check a bag going back to Ohio at the end of what the fuck is this? Oh. Okay, so I'm currently booking my baggage for my last flight at the very end of this trip. If y'all know, you know. For those that are new here, hi, my name is Prince. I am currently traveling for a month through Southeast Asia. If you haven't seen my other vlogs about this trip, check them out. I even did like 2 planning vlogs to break down how I explore finances, how I navigate booking cheap flights and lodging. I am currently in Da Nang, Vietnam. I've been here for the past 2 weeks. I went to Hoi An for a few days. I feel like this trip has taught me a lot about myself. It's given me a lot of time to think. It's given me a lot of time to process just like different things, even editing the beginning of this entire vlog series yesterday and kind of mediating on grief and how losing a number of people in the past year, but my friend Steven from college, my grandmother, my writing mentor, all around the time I'm publishing my first book, moving to New York, navigating all these new life things, how I believe grief, when done vividly, pushes you closer to life. And I mean, speaking of grief, I mean, right now there's an active and ongoing series of genocides happening all around the world. I'm not the kind of traveler that likes to ignore shit. I'm an organizer. I like to slow travel. I like to understand the political and social issues in the places I visit. And I like to think about what's happening elsewhere. And so I've been reading a lot about Palestine. I've been reading a lot about what's been happening, the history. I've been working on a podcast with my friend Jordan Mays called The Dugout. If you haven't checked it out, where we do really in-depth conversations through a Black anarchist and decolonial lens about different political and social topics. And we're doing our next episode about Black solidarity with Palestine. And we're going to be filming that when I get back to Ohio. But yeah, I've enjoyed this trip because it's been just a really good trip for how I like to travel, which is slow, going to quiet bars, talking to people. Last night I went to this bar near here called Firebirds that's really fucking cool, and the workers there are really nice and they're all cute guys. And ended up talking to one of the owners for a while. And yeah, I mean, since I've got back from Hoi An, I've just been straight chilling. I've gone to a few markets. I've been getting a lot of writing done, editing done, grading. I also teach online. I had to do office hours with a student at 11 p.m. last night. My sleep has been way fucking off, and I don't really know why. Maybe it's just my mind is running a mile a minute, like thinking about my novel, thinking about edits, thinking about things I want to do when I go back to Ohio. And I do think the end of trips can be like this, where I have the kind of brain that nervously anticipates things. Like every year before the first day of school, I would always get horrible sleep. I always have to poop so much when I'm nervous. And not that I have to poop now, but just saying, like, I think my body's just really anticipating all of the things happening in the world, the writing I'm doing, my mind is running a mile a minute. I'm making all these political TikToks, trying to just like really just find ways to articulate how I feel about what's going on. And granted, everyone's like, need to take a break. Like some people are like, take a break from social media, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know. I think sometimes when people from the West, people from privileged nations say like, oh, I need a break from mental health. Like social media is bad. It's toxic. I'm like, it might be toxic when you're hyperfixating on body image, but when it's one of the core means of understanding how news is happening on the ground in places where active and ongoing genocides are happening, taking a mental health break, it seems kind of weird to me. It seems kind of privileged, but yeah, whatever. But I've been thinking a lot about it, and I think what I return to is, as a person who's been an organizer for the past 10 years, who's written a book about my political and social life, who's been in anarchist spaces, radical spaces, has seen Black blocs, been a part of anti-fascist protests, like,
I am very much indebted to the idea, like, freedom is a constant struggle, like Angela Davis says. Like, we have to stay educated, we have to stay hopeful. And granted, acknowledging cynicism and nihilism is necessary, vital, good, but I think it's also very, very important for people to realize, like, we just have to continue to experiment and utilize a diversity of tactics and not be beholden to whatever political narratives other people give us. And so I'm just really happy that I have that mental space and clarity to like feel that. And how I want to write about it, or if I want to write about it, in what ways, I don't know. But it does feel good to be thinking about it and to be cultivating my ideas and finding deeper ways to interrogate settler violence, colonial violence, imperialistic violence, because all of these things are at play. I mean, Taylor Swift was just named Time Magazine Person of the Year, and Homegirl's showing her film in Israel. Beyonce's showing her film in Israel. I mean, the southern Gaza is being carpet bombed. Hospitals are down. People are losing their families, their homes, like, and I think what is really intense and clarifying for me is like, I see the Black experience in all of what's happening, like the subjugation, the media lying on people, the dehumanization. Like, it's just so clear to me that I just find it enraging that people are arguing that the lives of oppressors or people with oppressive ideology, like their ideology matters more than other people's lives, which to me is wild, like fucked up. And if you're looking for resources, like check out decolonizepalestine.com. I think it's Verso Books or Haymarket. They have free ebooks, all free for download, all about Palestinian history and struggles. 10 Myths of Israel is a really good book. And I believe there's another book called The 100 Years War on Palestine that I've been reading too. And just like read, stay educated, like learn some basic facts so you can understand even the bullet points of the history to know how to articulate the basics of what's going on. Because I think a lot of people like talk to what's happening right now, but this is 60, 70, 80 years in the making. So many other things happening in the world. I just think it's so vital that we don't remove ourselves from history and we don't remove what's happening now from history, because it does a great disservice to how so many people have been working to survive all kinds of atrocities. And I just want to remind people, like, this is real. This is life. It's not a joke. So I've been doing that. And yeah, it's just been really intense and I haven't been sleeping well. I think sometimes when I don't sleep well, part of me wants to fight to force myself. Ooh, are those mountains in the distance? That's beautiful. What the fuck? Yeah, whatever. And then tomorrow my flight is at 7:20. So I'll probably get to the airport at like a cute 4:30. Maybe hang out here at this hotel, maybe go to a cafe nearby. There's plenty of cafes nearby, so I might honestly just go to a cafe and then leave. And then my first flight is only an hour, and then I land in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm there overnight, and then on the 10th, I have a flight at 5:20 p.m. leaving Ho Chi Minh to go to Tokyo, and then I get to Tokyo at 1 a.m. on December 11th. So then I have a hostel booked for from the 11th to the 14th, and it's a capsule hostel, which I've never stayed in, which will be an interesting experience, and I'm excited. And this one seems interesting because it's men only. And then I'm back home, and I'm definitely feeling end of trip feelings. I'm feeling grateful. I'm also feeling a little bit tired. I don't want to over explain right now about what this trip means to me or how I feel at the end, because it's not literally the end yet. I have it's the 8th now, and I get back home on the 15th. It's just wild to me that I'm still a week away from being home.
This is probably the cutest thing I got. I got a fridge magnet that coin purses, or I'm putting all my jewelry in here, and I feel like when I get back to the US, these would be great for me to keep track of my jewelry because I always fucking lose jewelry. Hurts to go in as long as no one beats you up, and no one beat me up. Is apparently this 3D cat wall. To me it seems, pretty dumb, but I saw it. Cool.